I have another Windward mark scenario that I want to mention here. So just like in my other video about tacking and crossing, it's often a good idea to let someone cross rather than just blindly yell starboard at them. So I recommend you watch that other video. But in this case, blue is can I cross? Can I cross? Because blue really wants to get. Let's say there's probably more boats. Blue really wants to get around the mark without ducking any number of boats down here in the ley line, lineup. So if yellow is feeling cruel, yellow can say starboard, and then what blue's most obvious move is to try to do a crash tack right here and see whether they can, maybe it really was a crash tack and they're going a bit slower, so they end up here. The problem is that now yellow is being lee bowed, so yellow may well drift down a bit, and blue is probably not quite or almost making the ley line. Maybe they were making the ley line when they tacked, but now they're in dirty air from this boat in front. That boat goes around and does its thing. This boat ends up shooting the mark. Then yellow ends up having to wait for this boat to shoot the mark and also having to shoot up. And then you get one of these big ugly situations where everyone's piling up. Other boats may go over the ley line and come around. But what I'm trying to say here is that because yellow wanted to flex their starboard rights, yellow is now going to have more trouble getting around the mark if blue is going to try to jam in there, which is the most obvious thing for blue to do. Blue may be humble and sail all the way down. Oh, can I cross here? No, starboard. And go all the way downwind. Or if they're really clever, maybe they just luff and let these boats come and then try to accelerate. Anyway, but what is a better move for yellow to do is say sail through, or cross, cross, cross. Cross is probably a better thing to say. But the point is that yellow absolutely does not want blue to tack here, which I think is the reason yellow might call starboard. This is such a mean person move. If a boat does this, if you say sail through or cross and they tack here, say protest before they hit their close hauled course, because there's a very high chance that you're going to have to avoid them. And man, take them to the room. Like, this is just uncalled for. What you should do as blue, if they say cross, cross, or sail through, you should sail past them and start your tack here. So these boats will be continuing to sail. Blue tacks, and blue has now lost yellow and probably red, but they've caught all of the boats behind. And maybe they haven't lost red. So what this does is it means that blue won't be trying to squeeze in at the mark. So yellow will have an easier time getting around the mark, still have lots of room on your ley line, and there's no way blue passes you unless they're such a mean human being that they tack directly in front of you. So do not tack directly in front of the other boat. You were port, and then you're tacking, and then you're acquiring right of way. So you're just so wrong here. But a good sailor, a strong sailor, if you wave them through, they'll sail past and then tack. And they'll be very thankful, and you will round ahead of them. So that's another sort of set play for rounding a windward mark. Sail through, sail through.